Simon Blanco.
And we're from Mega Marketing and Event Solutions. And today we're going to talk about the 5 biggest mistakes that you will make or very possibly make when you're planning a live event, especially if it's your first or you only have a few underneath your belt. So let's just dive right in. Number 1, stop hesitating and take the plunge. Why don't you talk a little bit about that? Why will they hesitate?
A lot of times people don't know what they don't know, and so it's hard for them to actually start taking those first steps and going in the right direction. And so just take that initial step. Start going in the direction that you think you need to go into. You'll find out real quickly whether or not it is or it isn't.
It's true. So just stop analyzing and just take the plunge and start moving forward, because you will realize you're not going in the right direction really quickly. Number 2, if you don't know what you're doing, like you really don't know what you're doing, go learn. There are so many resources out there. There's plenty of people that do what we do, honestly. They consult on live events. We have 500 live events underneath our belt. And that's why we consult and train people now, is because guess what? We made a ton of mistakes. But those mistakes are what drove us to be successful and make money and use live events as a wonderful sales funnel or a way to build our brand or to really just help people. I mean, live events are there not to go and just sell your product or your service, but you're trying to make an impact on someone's life. So if you weren't sure how to do that, go learn. Find these resources. They're all around. And number 3, biggest mistake?
Marketing and advertising. This is probably one of the largest mistakes that people make, is not doing enough marketing and advertising, not having the proper budget for marketing and advertising, or putting their...
I gotta stop you. That's the biggest one, you guys. Your marketing budget. Make sure that you have enough money, not just to put all in your event, but to market it. Keep going.
That, as well as, again, with the budget, you want to make sure that you're putting your money in the right direction. I've seen people who should be putting all their money into online advertising and marketing, and then they go and they put their money into print magazine, which is not their audience, not who they're trying to reach, but somebody told them, oh, you should advertise in a magazine. And so they went and did that, again, because, like number 2, they didn't know what they didn't know, and they didn't do the right research, and so they didn't know where to actually target their clients.
Yes, that's a big one. Moving on to number 4. You guys, this is a really big one, and it's one that will help you do more live events in the future, and that is, you don't know how to accommodate the people that you're working with as your vendors, your sponsors, your exhibitors. In most live events, you will have some of these people that you're working with. You'll have a sponsor table. If you're doing an expo, now you're working with a ton of vendors. It could be hundreds. And you got to make sure that you're accommodating them. Don't make them have to email you when you should be giving some pretty specific information. You need to tell them things as far as, yes, you'll have electricity, or no, you won't have electricity at your table, and therefore you're going to have to pay for it. Yes, we give you Wi-Fi, or no, we don't give you Wi-Fi, but the hotel does provide it. It'll just cost you $99. Whatever the situation is, you don't want them to have to ask you. Give them that information. So when they do come to you with questions, they really are valid questions that are more specifically about them and their very specific needs, but make sure that you're always giving them what they need, accommodating them, because these are the people that are going to spread the news about your event, whether it was good or whether it was bad.
Exactly. And I think that the most important thing, besides wondering what the experience is like going to be for the people coming and being at the expo or event, like she was saying, it's your vendors. I'm sure people watching this video have done events and they left that event thinking, man, as a vendor, why do I feel like I got screwed over? I'm supposed to be the one actually getting a return on my investment with this kind of event. And so making sure that your exhibitors are well taken care of, everything's well laid out, they have a map of the place, they have the proper timeline, all these types of things are really important for the vendor experience as well.
And that goes into biggest mistake number 5 and our final one. And that is that maybe you just don't know how to give an experience. Remember, this is a live event. You want to give an experience experience, not just a sales pitch, not just a speech. This is a time to give them the time of their life.
You want to leave a lasting impression, ultimately. And if somebody leaves your event, you either want them saying, wow, that was awesome, I can't wait till I come back to this. You don't want them leaving saying, oh man, I'm so glad this is over with. How many events have you gone to where you left feeling that exact same way?
That's right. Leave a good taste in their mouth and they will come back. Or if you didn't sell your product there to that particular person, if you gave them an experience, more than likely that person's going to come back and eventually want to work with you, buy your product, whatever it is that you're offering them. So remember, number one, give them an experience and have fun planning your next live event.